Let's hear from somebody who was on the front lines. Doney. Sherry, come on up.
Hello, everybody. Excuse my voice. Do not normally sound like this, but whatever this is. I am Sherry Doney. I'm an advanced practice nurse, and I have had the privilege and the honor of working at Assisted Recovery Centers of America with Percy and Judy Menzies and Sunil Menzies as well, and John Stuckey, and I know Chris Ray and many others who are affiliated with ARCA. And like I said, I've been truly blessed to have this opportunity because until about a year ago, I've been a nurse for 41 years, and I've been an advanced practice nurse for about 14, but up until a year ago, I didn't work in substance abuse. I worked primarily in psychiatry. So when this opportunity presented itself, and this is something I've been interested in for a long time, I was pretty green, didn't know that much about recovery and the hope, and I knew a lot about the heroin epidemic that was out there, obviously, as we all do, because I've worked with patients for many years. But as a provider, I see things in a little bit different way than those of you that are here and those of you that are in recovery. I thought I would share some of the things that I see. Number one, as we all know, access to health care in this country is very, very difficult for people to achieve, regardless of whatever the disease is that they may be experiencing due to income issues or other kinds of barriers. When addiction is a part of the equation, people do not have access to care because of many other factors. First of all, they aren't able to work because they're so engrossed in their habit of acquiring drugs and continuing to be in that vicious circle, and our job is to help them get out of that. One thing I have learned is that there is, as you know too, it's a disease state and it's an epidemic. And the CD says it is the worst epidemic that our country has seen in over 30 years. 30 years. We're talking about other epidemics, polio, and very, very many other things. So it's really, as you know, a huge issue. I see people for ARCA in 3 locations, one in downtown St. Louis, and the clients that I see there quite often are homeless. They are referred to us through the Salvation Army inpatient program and through other community agencies. They live on the streets, they do not have a job, they do not have income, and many of them are assisted financially through ARCHway in order to come and receive the services that we provide. I cannot tell you how many people I've talked to who have had me in tears by their success stories as a result of coming to see us and receiving the services that we provide. A woman recently told me that she had a baby 6 months ago, and the baby was taken away from her shortly after birth because she was using heroin during her pregnancy. And she had 3 other children that were also removed from her custody. Since she started seeing us and started working on her recovery, she's been clean. She's been receiving the Vivitrol, and she's getting a call for one of her children back within the next month. There is hope, there is recovery, and people will survive with the help of us that are willing to put forth the time, the effort, and most importantly, the money to help pay for people's treatments because they can't do it for themselves. As I've been saying, funding is a huge barrier to treatment. Even people that have insurance can't always afford the treatment because of high deductibles and co-pays and things of that nature. And so how do we bridge that gap? And that's where this foundation comes in. So I just want to share with you that this past year has been truly an unbelievable and unforgettable experience in my lifetime. It's something that has changed me forever, and I do appreciate and am forever grateful to the Menzies for this opportunity and for knowing people such as John Stuckey, who I work with very closely and frequently, and hearing his stories and the work he does for the ARCA, the Recovery House, and Project Hope. And John, you're an inspiration to me, and I just am so honored to know you as well. And I could go on, but I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.